is a breeze. But if you get an 8, you better freeze on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Thank you very much. You're terrific. Thank you. And thank you so much. Yeah, Bobby Green really points out the obvious. The 8, boy, that's the cards you don't want to get. Bobby Green from Park Forest, South Illinois. Thank you very much for that opening poem. And now let's open the board and get to the cards. Candace and Bettine, if you will, load in the cards, and you can see we have a game in progress with these card charts. Mike Johnston, our champion. Hi, Mike.
Glad to see you again.
Good to see you. Won't you remind us about yourself?
Sure. My name is Mike Johnston. I'm 25, and I'm single. I recently returned to Inglewood, California. I spent the last 3 years in Savannah, Georgia, down with 24th Aviation Battalion. I was in the Army.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm an air traffic controller.
And now you're free.
I'm free.
That's a tough job, air traffic control.
It's really enjoyable, though. It really keeps you busy.
I imagine. Put a couple of bucks in your pocket here. You've got $3,200 in cash, Mike.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
Our challenger, Sherry Peavy. Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
Good to see you again. Won't you remind us about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Sherry Peavy, and I live in Torrance, California. I'm a student at Long Beach State University, where I'm studying to be a veterinarian, and I'm wearing my grandmother's wedding ring for good luck.
Yeah, that's good. I hope it brings you luck. Good luck to both of you. Okay. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled. The players cut them before we go on the air. Mike, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Sherry, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. And as you can see, Mike needs just one card to win, and Sherry needs 2, and we are at sudden death. Someone has to win with the next play of the cards. You get control of the cards by winning a high-low toss-up question. So, the first game of the best 2 out of 3 match will be decided right here. Sherry, the question to you. We asked 100 Mississippi State troopers, if you caught your grandmother doing 90 miles an hour, would you give her a ticket? How many state troopers said they would give their own grandmother a ticket?
I don't know. I don't think that number's going to be very high. Grandmothers are, they're part of the family. You got to be, cool to your grandmother. I'm going to say 25 would be rednecks and give the grandmother.
25 would be rednecks and give grandmom a ticket.
Oh, okay.
Mike, higher or lower than 25?
No, I think that if it's, their grandmother, they've got a lot of family ties. It's going to be a little bit lower than that.
Say lower than that.
Lower than 25.
It is lower. You'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Sherry. And I must tell you, when we gave them the form, one added at the bottom that if he caught his grandmother, he would throw her in jail. True. Said he'd throw her in jail. But let's find out how many would give her a ticket. The actual number of Mississippi State troopers who would give their own grandmother a ticket is 67. It is not lower. Sherry. Wow. Sudden death, Sherry. You need 2 cards. Mike needs 1. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I'm going to play it, and I'm going to change that number.
You're going to play it yourself. Yes, when you win the question, you have the right to change the base card. You'll change it to a piggy. You need them both. One mistake and Mike wins.
Let's hope that next card's lower than that.
Lower than an ace. Yes, with a king.
Lower again.
If this is lower, Sherry has the first game. Game 1 to the challenger at 100 out, Sherry. I didn't think you were going to play with the 2 cards. Good strategy. Now the champion's got to make a comeback right after we take time out for this commercial message. Please watch. Game 1 to the challenger. We'll set up for game 2 with the same 2 decks of cards. Thank you, Janice. And the question goes to you, Mike.
Okay, Jim.
This game, we asked 100 women, have you ever burst into tears and not known why you were crying? How many women said, yes, they have?
That's a tough one. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark and say that 25 have burst into tears for no reason.
25. Higher or lower, Sherry?
I'm going to go with the audience and say that's much higher. I've done that plenty of time. My family knows.
No reason, huh? Never figured out.
No reason at all. Just...
Don't do it here, Sherry. Have fun with us. Okay. The actual number of women who have burst into tears and not known why they were crying is 67. It's higher, Sherry. Woo. Sherry, your base card for this game is
all right,
king.
like that
card.
King. Next card's going to be lower.
Lower than a king.
Oh no,
not a king. It is not lower.
My turn. Here we go.
Jerry.
Burn them up.
That gives you a free chance to play a 9. You didn't win the question. You can't change it.
Okay, I'm going to say it's lower than that 9.
Lower than a 9.
Card.
No! It's an 8. Take advantage of it. Janice will fill in the spaces. The next question to you, Sherry. We asked 100 married women. If you and your husband went over to another couple's home for the evening, and they asked you to join them for an after-dinner skinny dip in the swimming pool, would you do it? How many married women said yes, they would? You know what skinny dipping is, right?
Yeah, I know what skinny dipping is.
All right. How many said that they would do it?
Okay, I'd say a lot of the men would probably want to do it. It would take them to, talk the
How many married women, Sherry?
Well, the men got to talk the women into it. I'm going to say 23. 23 would do it.
23 would skinny dip.
I think that women are a little bit more modest about it. I'm going to say it's lower than that.
Lower than 23.
Lower than 25.
The actual number of married women who would join another couple skinny dipping is 7.
All
it's
right.
much lower, Mike.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Now you can change the 9 if you like.
Pit City. Get it out of there.
City.
I don't want it. No. Come on,
That means you don't want it.
I don't want that
Changing
one.
it to
Okay. It's going to be higher than that deuce. Come on, card.
Yes, with another 9. Wow.
It's going to be lower.
You're
I'm
going.
Lower than a
Risking
9.
that card
Come on.
and this one lower.
All
It
right.
is with a 6.
Freeze.
Now it'll freeze. We move the freeze bar over.
Okay.
Mike needs 2 cards to tie up the match.
Hey.
Question to you, Mike. We asked 100 mothers of 18-year-old girls. Have you ever forbidden your daughter to go out with a boy because you did not approve of him?
Oh.
How many mothers said yes?
I would think that would be pretty high. Sometimes, parents, they just don't like the kid for whatever reason they've got. But I'm gonna go down the middle with it because, it's some do, some don't. 50.
50, right up the middle. He says 50 mothers said yes. They have forbidden
I'd
a date.
say that's fairly common. It's happened to me, and it's happened to a couple of my best friends. But I'm going to say it's going to be a little lower. 18-year-old, you're an adult at 18, and they should...
So you say lower. The actual number of mothers who have forbidden their 18-year-old daughter to go out with a boy is 30. You're right, Sherry. It's lower. You want that king?
Yeah, I want it. Higher. Next card should be higher.
What did you say, Sherry?
Lower. Whoops, lower.
Lower. I kind of thought maybe you'd say that. Lower than a king? It is a jack.
Okay, next card's going to be lower again.
Lower than a jack? Yes,
I'm
with
going
a
to
7.
freeze right there.
Freezing with a tie. Each player needs 2 cards. We are again at sudden death. Sherry, we asked 100 police women. If the man you loved asked you to quit the police force, would you do it? How many police women said they would quit the force for the man they love?
Now, that's a tough one with women's liberation, career versus marriage. I'm going to do 10 this time. Split it right down the middle and say 50.
50, she says. What do you think, Mike?
I think...
How many police women said they would quit?
I think their commitment to their job is going to be a little bit, so I'm going to say a little higher.
Higher. How many have said they would quit?
Okay, lower, I'm sorry.
Lower.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
lower.
that's all right. You say lower. The actual number of police women who would quit the police force for the man they loved is 26. It's lower. Mike.
Okay.
2 cards. She needs 2. What are you going to do?
If I'm going to be beat, she's got to do it. Let her play him.
Okay, Sherry, if you can turn them both over, you've won the championship. One mistake, we've got a tie. You've got a 7. Call this.
Higher.
Higher than a 7. Yes!
Woo! Lower.
Lower for the championship. She did it. Oh, yeah. Turn them both over again. Sherry, those aces came up well. Mike,
Jim,
thank you so much. You're leaving us with $3,200, a profitable stay.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. Mike Johnson, come on down here, Sherry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sherry's going to go for the big money right after we take time out for this. Back with our champion, Sherry Peavy. Sherry, are you ready? Have you thought about how you're going to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to try to win a lot of money.
All right, let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Sherry. Pop one up there. And I'm sure you know the $200 you won of the game is yours to keep. Going to give you brand new money to play with. You're going to bet that money this time. Starting on the bottom line with a new deck of cards, we'll give you $200 in these 3 cards. Move up to the second level. We'll give you $200 more, 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must bet at least half the money. Sherry, we're all with you. Here's $200. As in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards on the bottom level. Remember, you can change your base card when you move to the second level, and you can change your base card before the big bet. Starting with $200 and this base card, a 5. Do you want it?
I'm going to change it. Yeah.
Next card off the top of the deck. You must play this one.
Oh, no.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, I'm just going to bet $50 that it's going to be lower.
Let's see if we get a better one. $50 bet that this is lower than a 9. No, it's a king.
Okay, but that's a better
Not
card.
too bad
okay,
for
I'm going to bet
$50.
it all that it's going to be lower.
Now you got a good one. $150. Lower than a king. Yes, very much lower.
And I bet all of it it's going to be higher.
$300. All of it higher than a 3. It is a 9. Now you don't mind getting the 9 because you've got a chance to change it. As
And
we give you
I'm
$200 more,
definitely
you've got
gonna
$800.
Change it. Get rid of that 9. Yes.
Changing the 9 to a 10.
Oh, okay.
You haven't made too many good changes there, Sherry.
$50 that it's going to be lower.
$50 bet. Lower than a 10. Yes,
All right.
with a 6.
Okay.
$850. You're doing good.
All right, $300 if the next card's higher.
Now, loosening up the purse strings a little bit there, Sherry. $300 higher than a 6.
Oh, but that's a better card. I'll bet $300 again. Next card's going to be higher.
All right, let's make it much higher.
I hope so.
$300 higher than a 4.
Oh!
Down to $250 as we move the 4 up. You want to play that 4? On
Yeah,
the top?
I'll play the 4 and I'll bet
Gotta
it
bet
all.
at least $125.
I'm going to bet it all that it's higher.
All right. If you come out of this with $500, Sherry, would that be more than you thought you'd win?
Yes, that would.
Okay, let's make it for $500. Higher than a 4. Oh! The last 3 cards went crazy for you, Sherry. Oh. Doggone it.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But you're still the champion.
Yeah,
Maybe you get a chance to do it again.
I hope so.
Okay, that's the way to feel. Come on down here, Sherry. I'm sorry, but those last 3 cards were terrible. We'll meet a new challenger right after we take time out for this. Then Sherry's going to try to get back up there. But you chauvinist over there. Ready, Sherry?
Yeah.
Let's go to brand new decks of cards and a new challenger on Card Shark. Margot Albert. Hello, Margot. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Why don't you tell us about yourself?
My name is Margot Albert. I'm from Berlin, Germany. I worked many years for a foreign airline, and I live now in Granada Hills, California.
Good. Well, we're delighted to have you here. You have a lovely accent.
Thank you.
It suits you very well. You all set to play?
Yes, I am.
Good. Good luck, Margot. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Sherry, the champion, the upper cards, the red cards. Sherry, we asked 100 bachelors, if a woman refused your advances on the first date, would you have more respect for her? How many bachelors said they would have more respect for her?
I'm going to think that number's going to be pretty high because I don't think they like loose women too much. I'll say it's going to be 65.
That makes a loose woman, huh, Sherry?
If they,
Oh, okay. Excuse me. She says at 65, bachelors will have more respect if the advances are refused the first time, Margot.
I would go a little higher.
Even higher than that?
Yes, well, actually the man likes the woman for herself, but he doesn't want her to be easy with other men. So I think...
Say yes to me, but no to everybody else. Am I right?
Yes, I don't mind the advances.
So you say higher.
Yeah, a little
The
bit.
actual number of bachelors who would have more respect for a woman if she refused his advances is 88. It's higher, Margot. You got it. Yes. Well thought out. You're starting with a jack. Do you want it?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Lower. I go lower.
Lower than a jack? No, it's a king. Champion gets a free chance to play.
all right.
Those
Next
kings
card's
come
going
up.
to be lower.
Lower than a king. Yes,
All
with
right.
a 10.
Next card's going to be lower.
Risking that one and this one lower. It's
All right. Next card is going to be higher.
higher than a 2. Oh, no! Wow! Who would have expected another 2? We'll fill in the spaces. And, Margot, your first question. We asked 100 married women.
Yeah.
Do you secretly save part of your household money and keep it hidden from your husband? How many women said yes?
I would say it would be very smart to do for a lot of reasons, but not too many. I would say about 28.
28.
Actually.
Have a little secret cache of money they keep from the household money, Sherry.
I agree with her. I say it's a low number, but I'm going to have to go a little bit higher than that.
Higher than that. The actual number of married women who secretly save part of their household money and keep it hidden from their husband is 29 by 1. It's higher, Sherry. Wow.
Okay.
You've got a king.
Next card is going to be lower.
Lower than a king. Yes,
All right.
a 3.
Next card is going to be higher.
Higher than a 3. It is a 10. Threes. Sherry needs 2. Margot needs 4. And the question to you, Sherry. We asked 100 married women, how old is your husband? Then we checked the answers with the husbands. And believe it or not, some of them did not know their husband's age. Now, the question is, how many did not know their own husband's age?
Okay, I think that's going to be a fairly low number. I'll say 15 because they should know. I mean, they know when they got married. They know how they were, he was, the whole bit.
15 did not know their husband's age.
Well, I would agree. It's a very small number of women. A very small number of men who would lie about their age. All the women know how old their husband are mostly, but I would say a little bit higher.
Higher?
Yes.
Oh. The actual number of married women who did not know how old their husbands were is 17. It's higher, Margot. Yes. You know, you've just given me a great idea. I'm going to go home and tell my wife that I lied about my age and I'm actually 2 years younger than her.
She don't believe you. It's late now.
You got a jack, Margot. Do you want it?
Yes. I go lower.
Lower than a jack.
Please.
It is a 3.
Higher, naturally.
Higher than a 3. Yes, a 5.
Higher, naturally.
You're going to risk it.
Yes, higher.
Higher than a 5. She's right with a 10.
I like to freeze.
Freezing. Margot needs 1. Sherry needs 2. And once again, we are at sudden death. Someone has to win on this play of the cards. Margot, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you actually ever sipped champagne from a woman's shoe? How many bachelors had sipped champagne from a woman's shoe?
That sounds a little awkward. So, I don't think...
Especially if it has no front toe.
Yeah. I've heard in Germany drinking out of a glass shoe beer, but champagne out of a real woman's shoe, no. A very small number of men would actually zip champagne out of a, I would say 5. 5 have zipped champagne.
I'm going to say that is even going to be a lower number because that sounds unappetizing.
Unappetizing. You say even lower than that. Gee, and everybody thought it was so romantic till we started this. The actual number of bachelors who had sipped champagne from a woman's shoe is 6. It's not lower. Margot, you got it by 1. Margot, you need 1 card. Sherry needs 2. You've got control. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I cannot change.
You can change it. You won the question. If you want to play it,
I would like to change the 10.
And you're going to do it yourself. You're going to play it yourself. And once you change it, you must play it. You realize?
Yeah, that's all right.
We're together now, Margot.
Yeah.
Okay. Changing the 10, a big change to a king. Great change.
Lower.
Lower than a king for the win.
Lower.
Yes. $100. Let's set up the game too, Janice. Yes, indeed. Yeah, see, I'm afraid once you change the card, you cannot then decide whether you're going to play it or not. So we'll set up with the same 2 decks of cards, and now the pressure's on the champion. She needs this game. Sherry, we asked 100 single women. Have you ever lied and told a man you were married just to get rid of him? How many single women said they have?
I bet a few of them have. I've gone out with girls and they've told the guy that was trying to, make advance on them that they were living with another guy. So I'm going to say,
is that the 70s answer to say they were married? Is it?
Maybe it's not too high. I'll say 39.
39 have said they were married to get rid of a guy.
I would go a little higher. Not too many women, but still a little higher.
Higher than that?
Would lie about that.
The actual number of single women who have told a man they were married just to get rid of him is 46. Margot, it's higher. Yes. Margot, your base card is an 8. You can change it if
I
you
would like to change it.
Changing the 8 to a 3.
Oh, that's that's pretty good. Naturally higher, and it better be no
Higher than a
accident there.
3. It is a jack.
Oh, lower.
Risking it lower than a jack. No, it's a queen. And a break for the champion. Sherry will play a 5.
Okay, I'd say the next card's going to be higher than that.
Higher than a 5. It is a 6.
I'll keep going and say the next card's going to be higher.
Higher than a 6. It is a jack.
All right, the next card's going to be lower.
Lower than a jack. Yes, with an 8.
Freeze.
Freezing. Sherry needs 1 card. Margot needs all 4. And we need to take time out to make a little money for the house. Don't go away. Just enough time to wish you a good day. See you next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive the Amana 2 plus 2.5 energy-saving refrigerator with 2 inches of foam wall insulation around the refrigerator plus 2.5 around the freezer section. More insulation, saving more energy, made and furnished by Amana. And some of our contestants will receive a Blue Luster shampooer and new Blue Luster Plus carpet shampoo with grease cutters and brightness to remove ground-in dirt and grime. And a selection of Tenti products. The great new building set from Hasbro with Tenti, it's a snap to be a better builder. And bag sealer from General Electric. Custom seal and cut the size bag you need in seconds. Bag material stores inside. And from West Clocks, the smartly styled compact Big Ben solid state LED digital AM FM instant on clock radio. West Clocks looks ahead in time. A Tally Industries company. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.